So let's wait. Someone is viewing, is watching. Hello from Algarve Nature Tours. My name is Anna. Nice to see you again. Today we are in my kitchen at home. You know that we are in isolation, has probably whole world, or pretty much a huge part of the world. So because we don't have tourists at the moment in Portugal, I'm doing some lives to entertain you also. And this time I decided to do a Portuguese recipe, a very simple one, because a lot of tourists mentioned that we have great food. So we are a food destination. It's amazing for foodies. And that's why we came today to my kitchen. I'm not a professional chef, but well, I know to do a couple of things in the kitchen. In reality, most of the Portuguese people gets to learn to cook. So I was checking the translation because, of course, doing it in English, it requires to know all the words. But we will do peas, and I'm going to show you. It's not green beans, it's peas. At least it's the name that I heard. So if it's not this name, please let me know on the comments. So, and you can also, if you have questions, you can leave on the comments. So it will be easier for me when it's cooking to answer all the questions. Welcome to Algarve Nature Tours. Today we're going to do a very simple Portuguese recipe that I learned with my grandmother. We will use peas. Let me know if it's in English, peas. We will use, if you don't eat meat, you can use the, how do you call I will remember later. If you eat pork, we use this chorizo. Sometimes they also use the name spicy sausage, but there is the vegetarian with the soya, so you can use the vegetarian if you don't want to eat the pork. And we will use, of course, garlic. We will use some coriander, okay, salt, sea salt, pepper, and some eggs. It's called the Portuguese recipe is called ervilhas com ovos escalfados. It means peas with eggs on top. Very simple. It will take maximum half an hour. And to show you direct, I'm going to use another camera. So you can see now here my countertop or cooked counter. The other day I didn't know the word in English, but today I prepare myself. So the first thing we're gonna do, of course, olive oil has to be always there, extra olive oil. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice a little bit of this sausage or chorizo, how you can name it the way you want. So some of them, okay. You can do it thinner or a little bit more. For me, it's just to give some taste. And another thing I did already, if you have questions, just put it on the comments so I can answer the questions later on. It's Anna from Algarve Nature Tours. We are on isolation, just to update you. And of course, we need to make some Portuguese recipes to spread all over the world because people usually loves the Portuguese recipes. The first thing I'm going to use, so I will use not more than this. I think it's more than enough. I already cut some onion. Let me see, where is it? It's over here. So the first thing, and I'm going now to change the position of this camera so you can see what I will cook. Okay. Whoa, perfect. So first thing to do, light up the stove. You say stove, right? I'm going to put some olive oil. Okay, this one is pretty much at the end. So I'm going to mix it. As you can see, I'm not a professional chef at all. I will never be able to do this if I'm a professional chef. But how are you guys, by the way? Who is watching? How are you? In which country are you? Let me know. So a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to use Well, the garlic, I'm not sure. I'm going to use just the onion. Okay. I like, okay. And this is the base of the food. So let me know, guys, who is watching? How are you? How is going life over there? Um, I want to see some comments, of course. I want to know from which country are you watching this live video, the Portuguese recipe of peas with eggs. It's a very simple recipe that I'm going to share with you. Very yummy, very yummy. I don't know if I can't see on this program. Maybe my colleague can tell me later on who is watching. I share with some friends from United States and here in Portugal and Netherlands. So if you can see me, let me know. Speak. My colleague Eurydice is also watching, so she can pass me some of your messages if I'm not able to see it at the same time. These technologies, in fact, this pandemic, this crisis that we are living at the moment is obliging us to get very familiarized with all these new technologies. So this will be my dinner today. I know that there's a couple of people that never did it before, even living in Portugal. As I told you, I learned with my grandmother. And my onion, it starts to get, how do we say, refogado. So in this area, I also mix, even that some of them don't used to mix. I mix direct. I'm a very simple person cooking, okay? I like to cook very, very simple and easy. So I will put it inside. Okay, very simple. A couple of them because I'm a little bit, how do you say, gulosa. I'm yummy, you know? So I like this thing. Okay, so I didn't do all my homework, so I don't know how to say gulosa in English. But it's one of the things I will remember in a while. So let me know from which country are you watching this live. I will love to know. So I mixed the chorizo in this moment because, let me see, this way you can see me while I'm cooking, because it gives taste and flavor to all the dish. Very simple. You can cook it at home, okay? All over the world, for sure, you have these ingredients. That's why I decided to choose this one, okay? So it's getting already some color. You probably can see, yeah? And the peas can come direct from they can be frozen, so they can come direct from the freezer to here. So, you know, simple recipe. You arrive late home, you don't know what to do, you can do a Portuguese recipe. Simple one that everybody's gonna love it. And it will take, what, 30 minutes maximum? It's the maximum. So, just to leave a little bit more time. Also, well, I was asking you from where were you watching the video, but I would also like to tell you that we will launch new videos on our YouTube channel. We have a couple of them over there. Pass on the YouTube, because there's nice videos to learn Portuguese. Also 30 words in Portuguese is one of them. Also the Portuguese way to Santiago de Compostela. Some bike tours on Rota Vicentina, the southwest part of Portugal, from Lisbon, Setúbal to Sagres. So there's a couple of nice videos already on our YouTube channel, and we will release more very, very soon. So let's come back to the peas, okay? Now that it's the beginning, so I just add them. And I will add, they will release water. You can, here, this is an original one, huh? I will put some water here. Okay, some salt. Some salt now. Can you see me properly? Yes, you can. Okay, at the end, you know how I know that is ready? So some water, the amount of water that I'm using is just not the peas not to stick, okay, not to stick on the pan. So it's just a little bit and a little bit of salt, and I don't add anything else. So after all this process, I'm going to close the pan. To close, yeah, I think you can use this word. And that's it, pretty much. There's still something that you can see in a while, but basically we do this part of the recipe. It will stay there for about 15 minutes, so you can do whatever. And when it's pretty much at the end, we will add some eggs. The eggs is just to get some warm temperature, and after a while it's pretty much ready. So I would like to know who have been already in Portugal, the ones that are seeing, and what did you enjoy most when you've been in Portugal? And I probably need to open Facebook because I'm not on Facebook, so I cannot see who is watching. Let me check if I open here, if I can see all the comments. Give me just 1 second. But here then I cannot see what I'm doing. You know, these technology things, we still, okay, now I'm seeing 11 hearts and 5 comments. Now I can see. Okay, not this one. Let me see. We are live now. So we are doing a Portuguese recipe. Portuguese recipe that will take maximum 30 minutes and that you can be online. Okay, now I'm seeing myself. And I have someone seeing. No comments so far. Yeah? We don't have comments here, or am I not seeing on the right part? Yeah. Okay. So no one is hungry is the conclusion I have. Definitely, this is not the proper hour to cook. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Portugal. I don't know from where you are watching and from which country, but definitely we usually cook a little bit later. Portugal, it's a food destination, a gastronomical destination, also with amazing wines. And due to the isolation because of the coronavirus, we don't have tourists at the moment in Portugal. So just some foreigners that bought houses here, so they keep here for a while. In fact, in the Algarve, where we are based, there's not too many cases of coronavirus. In reality, I think we are less than 400 at the moment. In my hometown, we have about 13 to 15 cases, and people is in isolation for already 4 weeks, I believe. So everybody's getting a little bit crazy of this idea to stay home. But definitely, it's a good opportunity to check how we will restart our life and what we are doing with the environment, with our type of life that we are doing. And regarding the environment, we decided for next week to do a live watch, a live video with a colleague, where we will speak about sustainable tourism and responsible tourism. We believe that the massive tourism, it's not for us, of course. Someone that really appreciates nature will not promote massive tourism. And what we are seeing now, that the planes stopped and people stop traveling, the environment is it's getting way better, and we need to figure out solutions so people can still travel but can keep what we are losing at the moment. It's to keep the traditions from the places that we visit. more and more there are international brands, and the international brands for one side can give us safety, we can feel safe with the international brands, but for other side is also disrupting the locals with the local how do you say the community and the way people live their lives in the community. So this is something that we are worried, of course, and we have to think in the future, how can we promote a sustainable tourism? How can we receive guests and they can really appreciate what is local, what is genuine, I would say, from each country, and at the same time that they can preserve these realities, to have really experiences from that country, that you can recognize that you are on that country and not in any part of the world. So we are today cooking at home because we are on isolation, as I told you before. This will take about 15 minutes to cook, and a very simple recipe. I do it in the most easier way to do it is just to put the peas inside. First of all, to do the cutted onion with some chorizo, and after that, after the beginning, you just add the peas and you add a little bit of water, just not to get on the pan, and soon they will start getting ready. Ooh. Let me show you how it is at the moment. Okay, so now I will need to put some more water inside. I put already some salt, and I believe that in about 10 minutes it will be done. You are in the show. Let me see. So guys, it's very yummy. I love this dish, and I will add the eggs at the end. So it's something. I don't know if you have this recipe in your country, do you? This is a very nice and tasty recipe that you do in 30 minutes, not more than that. And what's going to happen with the tourism? This is one of the questions. And who is going to keep their jobs? Because in reality, the whole world stopped. Many people, unfortunately, will lose their jobs. In restaurants, in everything related with the cars, also the industry, everything, pretty much everything in the world. Which are you working at the moment? Who is watching the video now? Are you working at the moment? Are you working from home? What's happening with you? This is we are curious to know also what is happening, because with us more than half of the country stopped for already a month, and we believe that in the beginning of May we will start to open the country again very slowly. Of course, on the tourism, I was just watching a video from the government, the people from the government and some entities, and we believe that in a couple of we will start to open soon the business in Portugal. For the tourists, we believe that we will probably open in June. We have already flights from Faro, and starting from Faro on the 15th of May. Especially the ones inside Europe. So from 15 May, it seems that will be flights again to fly to Faro. But of course, we need to, with this disease all over the world, we need to take some care measures to avoid people to get contaminated, of course. So all the hoteliers and all the golf courses and all the tourism industry is thinking, how can we receive back again all our tourists, despite the fact that that everybody is suffering with this coronavirus. In reality, Algarve and in Portugal, but especially in the Algarve, in the south of Portugal, we do not have many cases here. So we hope we can figure out the strategy to reopen the economy, to reopen the flights, and keep having these numbers very low, contained, so the disease don't spread too much in this area of Portugal. Of course, if you are speaking about nature lovers, we are in the middle of the nature usually, so we don't have the habit to go for huge resorts. We like to cycle 2, 3 persons to walk in the middle of the nature. I was just thinking in the beginning of this pandemic situation that I wish to do, because I never did it complete from one side to another, the Via Algarviana, that is a route on the interior part of Portugal. It will take about 15 to 16 days to walk this distance. And I never had the chance. And I said, okay, now that we have this situation and I will not have job to stay in the office, this might be my chance to go and to explore the outside and to do this Via Algarviana completely in once. And I started to do 2 or 3 days, but then the government told me that we had told, not to me, but they spread the info that people should not move, people should stay home. So unfortunately, I didn't kept doing my treks, but it was really nice, very different from the seaside of Algarve, in fact. And during spring, it's beautiful because you see all the flowers. It's raining these last days in Portugal, in south of Portugal, in the Algarve, which is very, very good, because we were lacking some water, some rain to help us to not to have any problems during the summer. And in April it came all this good weather, this rain, this blessed rain, as I used to say, to help us to have more water for the summer. So nature lovers, of course, let me check again. How, you see, not a great cooker. Okay, it will need a little bit more water. So this you need to check once in a while. Once in a while you will need to check if it needs water. It's nice. This is, for who is seeing now, this is a Portuguese amazing recipe that I learned with my grandmother, and especially because my grandmother was from the interior part of Algarve, and the interior part of Algarve, they didn't have back to their time, they didn't have access to the fish. The fish in the Algarve is amazing, but in the interior, because you don't have fresh fish every day, this was the type of the meals that they will eat. You can avoid the sausage here, the pork sausage. You can use the soya sausage if you want, to give some flavor, to add some flavor to the dish. And I believe they are pretty much done. I will give 2 more seconds and 2 more minutes. And after 2 minutes, I'm going to add the eggs. And that's it. That's it. A very, very simple recipe. Of course, it's too early in Portugal to be cooking. You might have some problems eventually to see me. Let me put, okay. I should have done this before. Sorry. I am not used to do some videos from the kitchen. Well, it starts to smell so good. So good. I love it. I love it. And the chorizo here, it's very important. The sausage, or the chorizo, as you want to say. You can use from pork, or you can use the vegetarian version. It gives a really nice flavor to add. This is, as you can see, the Portuguese peas with some sausage, and I will add the eggs. It will take about, now it's pretty much done. How do I know? I added a little bit of salt. I know usually because the beans start to have some wrinkles. They start to have this this aspect with wrinkles. So this is the moment that you should add some eggs. And you will see now how fast it is to cook the eggs. Let me just... So as I was telling also before, check our YouTube channel, because it has a lot of tours there, especially on bike and walking all over the country. The Camino to Santiago, the Portuguese way to Santiago de Compostela, Also, the to do tours from Setúbal to Sagres by bike, or to do walking the Rota Vicentina, to do also in the Algarve. The cliffs of Algarve are beautiful to cycle also. Or if you want to walk also, we do recommend to do the Via Algarviana, the one I wanted to do just before starting this or in the beginning of this pandemic situation in Portugal. So on YouTube you have a lot of information. We will be launching very soon a new website that is called Nature Travel Portugal. It's pretty much at the end, but not yet finished. And today I'm cooking Portuguese food that you can do it at home. You can do in your country. It's a very simple recipe. I just started with some onions and some sausage, and that you can also replace for the vegetarian. And then I add some peas, as you can see. And now they are ready to get the eggs inside. So it's what I'm going to do. This is the way we find to be in contact with you. Of course, if you have questions, I will answer all your questions after the live. If you've been in Portugal, let me know where have you been and what are your memories of Portugal. Okay, I do it like this. I will do 3 eggs. Usually I put 1 egg per person. So they will be here like 2-3 minutes and that's it. If you've been in Portugal, let me know where you've been. What did you enjoy most in Portugal? If you've never been in Portugal, let me know where you would like to go so I can also answer your questions. Okay, this one opened, but it's fine anyway. And now I cover. This is very important because it will stove inside with the water inside this. It will be this ecosystem. I don't know how to say it in English. Sorry for that. But you will see in 2 minutes the result of this dish. It will be my dinner today. It's a very simple recipe that you can do it at home. I would love to see who can do this recipe and let me know how it went and if you like it, because it's a very simple 30 minutes it's done, and it's a beautiful and it's very, very tasty and very typical from Portugal. We have a couple more recipes that we would like to share with you while we are on isolation, of course, because the others we want to share with you when you come to Portugal, because there's definitely, we are a foodie destination. People loves it, at least the ones that used to come to Portugal. Many of them also didn't know that Portugal has this amazing food. I would say that in the north the meat is incredible, and in the south is more the seafood and the fish. So it's a bunch of experiences. By the way, we also have a very nice tour, food tour all over the country, like walking food tour, so you can pass in several places and try different dishes from the different regions of Portugal. Because we are a small country, we don't have that many inhabitants here, that's true, but we have amazing food and completely different, okay? So of course the base, it's the same, but each region has their own things. And because I'm also sharing, well, I can share with you now, I have a friend doing some, he's preparing a training, an online training course about how to cook Portuguese food. I can share this with you when he finished. But now the ones that are listening and that are watching this video, I would like to know if you would like to learn to do the famous custard cakes from Portugal called pastéis de nata, or pastéis de Belém. Okay? We don't do it so often at home because it's very easy to find it outside. Okay. Oh, Maria. Hi, how are you? Amazing food. That's amazing to hear. So I can see the comments here. So why aren't you making any comments? Let me know. Let me know if you've been in Portugal. Let me know what did you enjoy in Portugal. I can see the comments here. I thought that I couldn't. So the recipe is pretty much at the end. Maria, have you ever cooked this recipe before? If not, this is a great chance to try it. Half an hour, doesn't take more than this. And I'm cooking on a very simple way. I mix everything, okay? Wow, we have Shoboetina Roy. Hello, welcome. Welcome. People are shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm also shy. And well, when I have a camera in front of me, I can't be shy. So don't worry. You're not showing your face like me. Okay, so this is a very simple recipe. I would love to see you cooking this at home, that you can post if you cook this at home. From sunny England. Wow, Christy, nice to see you. Have you been in Portugal, Christy? Let me know. Well, I like England a lot. And by the way, I love to go to the restaurants in English and just watch the amazing service you have there. I wish we can improve also in Portugal, because in some restaurants we have that level, but in most of them we have amazing food, but not the same quality of service. Maybe I should not say these kind of things, but definitely it's something I love to do. And at least I go once a year to at least to England, to London, and also I used to go to Dublin also. So that's part of my work. But now that I'm on isolation, this is the only way I have to be with you. So it passed around 2 minutes. You can see already how the eggs are. I need to, by the noise, I will add just a little bit more of water, not to get stick to the pan, okay? To avoid to get stick to the pan. But now you can see how the eggs are, okay? At the end, okay, we have some liquid. You can also see that. And for sure, very tasty. And at the end, when you serve, if you like coriander, okay, coriander is very healthy. You can add now, or you can add when you serve. If you add now, it's really good. No, I haven't. Let me see. No, I haven't due to fly in August, my first holiday abroad. I choose to come there. I can't wait. Okay, perfect. Rebook if you need. Well, if you want to know anything specific from Portugal, let us know. Even here, you can let me know. And of course, we can answer you. And we can help you to plan your trip, or just to give you some tips, places to go, to visit. So this will be my dinner. So it's done, okay? And it's an amazing recipe. Christy, if you have the chance, try it at home, because it's really nice. And for everyone, I'm going to stop not to burn the food. And yes, here we are. So I shared with you my food today. If you do it at home, for sure you will find the ingredients. Just post here the picture and let me know if you like the food. You should taste it, by the way, to check if the salt is okay. You can also add some pepper. I usually don't add on this one because I like them a little bit sweet, okay, and not too much flavors apart from the sausage. You can also use bacon if you want. It's a very simple recipe, 30 minutes. I believe that everybody is going to like. So thank you for watching. Let me tell you that next week it will be not me in the kitchen. It will be with a guest, and we will speak about sustainable tourism. He's a very, very interesting person. He also does a lot of our tours, of our walking tours, guided walking tours are with him, especially here in the south. He's an amazing guide, and we will speak about sustainable tourism the next week, same hour over here. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you there. Don't forget to pass on our YouTube channel. Lot of kisses, keep safe, be healthy, try to make the isolation so this virus can disappear fast as it can be. Okay? Bye.